Yes, ma'am.
So I'm kind of fascinated by names. Like, I don't know. Beyonce has Sasha Fierce and those kinds of things.
Right.
But for me, I was wondering, why Alana?
My given name was Alan, A-L-A.
Oh, okay.
And so I really didn't
So
want.
deep. It says, yeah.
Well, I didn't want to stray too far away if I could from what my mama had named me. And she had also named me after a Western star, Alan Ladd, which later on in life I worked on a movie with Cheryl Ladd and everything. Got to meet her and everything, which was kind of cool since I was named after her father. So, but I just simply added I was sitting at my desk and I said, what do I do? And I had a pen, I just put an A at the end of Alan, I'm like, huh. It's laying there all the time. Now Nicole, my middle name was Franklin. Some people said, well, you could use Francis. So I was sitting around with my mom and my sister one day, and I'm like, well, Alana, we got that part. And my little sister said, I like Nicole. Now you have to understand, my little sister is 20 years younger than I am, and I'm 20 years younger than my mother. So, she was born when my mom was 40 and I was 20. So I thought it was kind of cool that my little sister gave me my middle name. So, but that's how I come by my name, Alana. Yes, ma'am.
A question. Do you find that by growing up in a small claustrophobic town, I'm from the same town.
Cool.
So I refer to it as claustrophobic.
Yeah.
But do you find that it made it more difficult for you to really feel like you can be who you are?
No, but when I decided to come out, yeah, I just bit the bullet, because I've never been scared of anything, of course. I mean, you wreck cars at 115 miles an hour, and I mean, that was just, not all my wrecks made it into the book. One wreck, I took a Isuzu and hit a tree and went over the steering wheel through the windshield. And I've never, like I say, I've never broke anything. So, with me, it's just, I've done all these things in my life that should have killed me. So, coming out really seems about the least scary thing I could ever do in my life. Yeah. And when I did come out, several things happened. I don't know if you know Joe Carter, Deputy Sheriff. He was my biggest fan. He was actually, he couldn't wait for the book to come out. And then after he read the book, he said, oh my God, he said, it's like Christmas. He said, now the packages are open. He said, I finished the book. And he said, there's nothing left. He said, when's book 2 coming? So Joe also came to the Kentucky Book Fair, and I've got pictures of us together and everything. Hang on, wait.
I'm just letting you be aware.
So anyway, so coming out in Versailles has actually been pretty easy. I've been, out and about in town a few times stressed, but like I was telling young man down there walking in, dressing up doesn't is something I do every day because I don't have to. I don't have to do that. I'm lying on the cold shoulder. I don't care what I'm wearing. It's like I was telling Patty in the room. It's like this book has a front cover and a back cover. What's inside, if there's no words on the pages, you have nothing. But it's what's inside this book. It's not the cover, that you're going to be interested in. I mean, it's a damn good looking cover. But it's the words inside that it's going to either change people or not, and stuff. So it's what's inside of me. If you come to my house at any given moment and knock on my door and I answer, odds are you're going to see me in sweatpants, a t-shirt, and tube socks. That's my comfort zone. That's where I want to be. But I'm still a lot that comes to that door, And it doesn't take the makeup. It doesn't take polishing my nails to make me who I am. That's not who I am. This is just decoration, all this just decoration. That's all it is. Anybody else?
More question.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Did you have to learn how to make more feminine movements and gestures, and if so, how did you do that?
I've worked on, I wouldn't really say I've worked on it, unless I think a guy's looking at my butt.
Alana's more feminine than I ever thought about being.
So I've really sometimes I catch I catch myself doing things more so than like I try to do it. It's just like it kind of happens, and then it really all depends on the situation I'm in, and stuff, because there's enough of Alan that's always going to be alive within me, because that's never going to die. I won't allow that to happen. For one, all my childhood memories are as a boy. This little boy that played stuntman on horses and got hurt and refused stitches and was tough, and stuff. And so those are memories. A lot of transgender people would like to bury their past has ever been a male, not me, because being who I was then is maybe what I am today. But basically, it's what happens. It's like I could be sitting here talking to you, and you piss me off, and it's going to be like, hey, here's what's going to happen. I mean, you want to say it again, we can really go. And so I can go from one to the other, and sometimes Bobby will tell you, I don't even know I'm doing it, And we were at my doctor's, I was getting some blood work done one day, and she said, they asked me how I was doing, and I was like, and I want to do it the way Bobby does it. Alana says, oh, I'm doing fine. I don't talk like this, but she acts like I do. What are you doing these days? Well, I've been driving a tractor-trailer truck, and I've got a new girlfriend. Her name is Bobby. So what do you and Bobby do? Well, Bobby's got a motorcycle, and I started learning how to ride hers, and now I went and got me one.
Right there.
It kind of, your actions a lot of times really depends on your situation, the situation you're in. Like I love walking up to the bar, the bartender saying, "What do you have, hon?" Oh, jeez. So so it really depends on the moment, and everything, and who I'm talking to, what I'm doing at that moment. As to how high or deep my voice will go, I never know from minute to minute. Half the time myself was, how it really depends on my situation. Now, a lot of transgender girls aren't that way. I'm not speaking for everybody, I understand that. But this is just my experience, and this is how I live my life. I don't try to force myself to be one way or the other. Whatever flows out of me, and whatever my actions are going to be that day are that's what it's going to be. It just happens. It's either going to be feminine, which is the majority of the time, and everything, or it's going to be, and you drive my yard one more time, type of thing. So, like I said, it depends. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I had a question. A lot of queer politics, whether it's or at least within the queer community, whether it's gay, lesbian, or transgender, it is very politicized, and these are the labels that we use. So I've been wondering about your acceptance into the trans community, because you're a breath of fresh air. You're salt of the earth. You're just a woman. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And my experience with other trans individuals have been like, this has got to be the way it is. They're out to change the world, and you seem to just be out to share your story. So I wonder what your vision is for, or what you would like to see, or in your perfect world, what a trans or gay or lesbian community is.
Well, pardon my French, but sometimes I just wish them bitches would get over themselves. Book 2 is going to take up where Hung in the Middle left off. And Book 2 will be called With Head Held High, and that'll be after I have facial feminization, breast implants, and we'll probably stop right about there. So the true term for me in the end will probably be she-male, because I'm with Bobby, and really that part of my body, the world doesn't. I'm more interested in what the world sees.
Mm-hmm.
The world doesn't see what's inside my britches. They're not, so that doesn't really play a role into my life right at the moment. Now we've talked about later on, when I go through the surgeries, if I had the desire to go through SRS surgery, we would talk about it then. You know, so I don't try to say what here's what I'm gonna do because I have to do this or people won't see me as transgendered.
Yeah.
I don't care what people see me as. You know, people need to see me first as a person and a human. And that's it. You know. And some of these girls, they think if you ain't got on nail polish and the high heels and the dresses and stuff, you can't possibly be transgender. That's not true. And that BS needs to stop. You know, somebody's going to have to stop. So some of these people, I don't get them. And because, you know, you're wanting to be accepted. So if you're wanting to be accepted, why are you doing this stuff? I mean, why are you out here making a mockery out of being transgendered? You know, why are you out there doing these things and saying these things that you're saying? Why can't you just walk out your front door and be who you are and keep your trap shut? You know, basically. Because it's just too many people that's like, for example, we had a lodge meeting before I come out. I was in the lodge called Knights of Pythias, which is just kind of like being a junior Mason in a Masonic lodge, you know, and stuff. And we had a big thing at Lake Cumberland. Or no, I'm sorry, not Lake Cumberland. We was in Cumberland Falls.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, well, cool. I love it down there. So when we went into the lodge, there was a person back there that was presented as a female. And so one of my friends was, you know, you knew as, you know, somebody, well, I hate to say that, but you knew as a guy dressed up. I really hate saying that. But, so they went up and said, yes, ma'am. Well, the person says, I'm not a ma'am, I'm a sir. Oh, God. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, we're confusing the crap out of people, and I don't get it. I mean, I just, there's a lot of stuff about the community that I don't understand, you know, either, and everything, because I'm just basically a simple person that wants to live their life. I want people to like me and understand me, and that's it. I have no big agendas. I'm not trying to change the world, you know. Yeah, I'd like to see them pass gay marriage. I mean, it's not going to benefit me. I'm already married. Yeah, I have, you know, I've got no cause to like it, but I think it's the right. Yes, sir.
I have another